My Planet is My Team. It's a project that combines social aspects with an environmental factor. When we're talking about our social aspect, we're talking about the implementation of sports in the lives of kids and young adults of low resources, in which we present sports as an option of life so they don't have to follow some paths that can be dangerous for them and for the country. So by giving them this different type of option for their life, we're giving them hope and maybe a perception of doing more than what they have been like implemented in their head. So we combine that with the environmental factor that is creating some conscience about what is happening in the world and the proper reutilization of plastics, because we're in a place that is really critical right now. We're going up to 2 degrees more than the normal temperature in our planet, and it's really dangerous, and it's because of a lot of factors. One of these great factors is the contamination that we as humans, as in a species, produce, because we're a species that constructs but destructs. So we are just causing harm to species uh, that can be lurking around. They're just doing their life, and we are harming their lives in different ways. The accumulation of these plastics are creating the what they are called plastic islands that are even bigger than some islands in the world. So it's really dangerous. So what we want to do is first create conscience of this issue, and that if we don't do a change of mind right now, it could be really, really bad for the next generations that are to come. Imagine something. If you have a yard in your house and you drop a bottle every day, then at the end of the year you're gonna have 365 bottles in your yard. Isn't that a lot? And that's just one person. There's a lot of people in this world, and we consciously or unconsciously are doing this every day. Maybe not with bottles in our yard, but maybe with small objects like plastics and of candies or those sort of things that we don't bother to take to a recycling bin. And this is really, really dangerous, because if we don't stop being selfless, or we don't stop being lazy, then in some years there's not going to be a word word to be lazy or word to be selfless. So the Planet is My Team invites you to make this change, in which you can improve someone else's life.
The Equipos en Planeta is a project who is divided into sections. The first section is an awareness campaign to warn people that recycling can help the world. And the second section is to make some arches made of 100% of plastic. We can use 3 types of plastic that are PVC, polyester, and polypropylene. We can't mix these 3 plastics because if we mix them, they're gonna be in their 100% purity, and they're not gonna be that strong that being alone, that being individually. Each arch is gonna be made with 8 bars. Each bar is gonna have an average weight of 15 to 18 pounds. It's gonna have 88 packages, and in total of the arch is gonna be 704 packages of plastic. The mesh of the arch is gonna be made with the mesh of the fruits like oranges and limes, and we're gonna sew the mesh to have a stronger mesh, and it can resist an impact of
Climate
ball.
change is a problem that is really affecting us worldwide, and the reality is that if we do not start working to avoid it, in 50 years we are not going to recognize the world we are living in. The reality is that plastic does not contaminate. The ones that damage the environment is the human being with the actions and how we decide to use the plastic. That's why we decided to do this project to make people conscious about this really important problem and to help change the world. When we think about changing the world, we think on really big action, but the reality is that we don't need superpowers to make the difference.